Hello everyone and welcome to NEET Now English. We are doing some phylums from the kingdom Animalia and that is the chapter 4 from your class 11 textbook of biology. I have already uploaded phylum Arthropoda. If you want a link to it, I am giving it over here so that you can reach to it normally. Now, when you talk about Phylum Mollusca, you have to understand that there are a lot of organisms. They are found in a lot of habitats. Moreover, this is the second largest phylum. Also, there are certain examples that which might help you get an idea of what these organisms look like. Octopus, the oyster which produces pearl oyster, squid, again your pillar, your snail, and majorly you have to remember a slug. The slug which is commonly seen in the rainy seasons. So, let us begin the phylum Mollusca. Now, key point. The first key point that I want you to remember is that it is the second largest phylum, which means it is next just to Phylum Arthropoda. Phylum Arthropoda has the largest number of organisms. Mollusca has the second largest. So, second largest phylum. Now, habitat. Habitat is terrestrial, but it is also seen in aquatic habitats and which include marine, also freshwater. So, it is seen in both kind of aquatic habitat. Now, level of organization. When we talk about mollusca, as we are moving ahead, you should understand that this is organ system. It displays organ system level of organization. We had seen different kind of level of organization in animal kingdom. This particular phylum shows organ system level. Now, body. The body of phylum Mollusca organisms is quite different compared to the other phylums. However, we'll first see the common things. Like for example, it is bilaterally symmetrical. It shows bilateral symmetry. So it is bilaterally symmetrical. Now, symmetrical. Now, next, it is triploblastic, which means it has all the three germ layers. Also, it is a true coelomate, which means coelom is present. Apart from that, it is unsegmented. We had seen in Arthropoda, there are segments present, right? Also in annelids. But when it comes to Phylum Mollusca, there are no segments, which means segmentation is absent and hence unsegmented. Apart from that, there is a calcareous shell present. Calcareous shell. You must have seen on snails. If you have ever visited a beach, you would find certain shells on the shore. Also, if you see a pearl oyster, it has a proper shell that opens and closes. So, those all are calcareous shells. Apart from that, they have a distinct head. Proper head is seen in these organisms. Remember octopus? You can see a proper head. There are eyes also. Moreover, if you remember a slug or a snail, you can see a distinct head which is visible. They have a muscular foot also. This is also a distinctive property. Muscular foot, and lastly a visceral hump. Visceral hump is seen in these organisms. So these different features properly define the body of a mollusk. Now coming to the special features. Now we have talked about visceral hump over here, right? This visceral hump has a soft skin-like cover. Soft skin-like cover which is spongy, and this cover is known as mantle. What is it known as? Mantle. Now there is certain space in between the visceral hump and the mantle space, empty space. And what is it known as? It is known as mantle cavity. Okay, and this mantle cavity is responsible for performing two functions. First is your respiration, and second is excretion. So the mantle cavity, which is formed by the space between the visceral hump and the mantle, it is responsible for respiration as well as excretion, right? Also, this mantle cavity has feather-like gills. What do they have? Feather-like gills, and it is because of this feather-like gills that respiration and excretion both are possible, right? So these are responsible for these two functions. Second exclusive or distinctive feature that we see over here is that the anterior head shows presence of sensory tentacles. These help in movement. If you remember a slug, if you remember a snail, you can see there are certain tentacles coming out of the anterior head, the front portion of the head, and these help in locomotion also. Next, third point which we are going to see about the mollusks is that they possess radula. Now this is a file-like rasping organ. Rasping is that something that can suck and that can stick. So it is written file-like rasping organ, and which functions as a mouth. Okay, so this is radula, and radula is important. It has been asked in your examinations many times, and hence I am giving special emphasis on this one. And do remember that radula is found in Phylum Mollusca. Okay, so here comes the end of three special features that we are seeing in this Phylum Mollusca. Now sexes. Sexes are separate. Sexes are separate, which means it is dioecious. Male and female organisms are present prominently. Also, apart from that, these are oviparous, which means they lay eggs, and development is indirect. The young ones do not resemble the adult. Now, some examples. Pilla, apple snail; Pintada, pearl oyster; Sepia, which is cuttlefish; then again octopus, which is devilfish; and lastly loligo, which is squid. You must have seen all of these organisms. Squid is used to make some inks. Oyster or octopus you must have seen in television, wherein you can remove some pearls from oysters, and octopus are very commonly seen. If you see any wildlife program or aquatic wildlife program, then you can already see octopus. Moreover, these slugs and snails are always found in rainy seasons, roaming here and there. So this is Phylum Mollusca. I'm hoping you have understood it well. We'll revise it once. Key point: second largest phylum. After Arthropoda, Mollusca has the largest number of organisms. Habitat: terrestrial as well as aquatic, marine and freshwater both. Level of organization: organ system level. Okay. Now body: bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic, again coelomate, unsegmented, but they have a calcareous shell, distinct head, muscular foot and a visceral hump. Special features: the visceral hump is covered by soft and spongy skin, which is known as mantle, and they form a space together, empty space, which is known as mantle cavity. That mantle cavity has feather-like gills, which are helpful in respiration and excretion. Next, anterior head. It has sensory tentacles. Lastly, radula, which is a file-like rasping organ, which is used as a mouth, and this is important. Now, the sexes, they are separate, which means it is dioecious, and these are egg-laying animals, hence they are oviparous. The development is indirect, and you have all the examples over here. So I'm hoping this was easily understood. Just go through the NCERT once, read out the whole passage, read out the whole paragraph. I'm sure you'll be able to do a lot of questions. If you still have some problems, Do comment on the same video. Also, you can connect with us in the social media links that are provided in the description. Do not forget to subscribe, because these kind of videos we are going to put every day so that you are able to study more properly. So, keep studying, stay safe and take care.